Namaste, Jai Bharat. You must have seen people wearing medals on ribbons with much pride. These medals and ribbons are a matter of recognition, it's a kind of award, and a soldier wears it proudly. Many people have it. Almost all soldiers might be having some medals, some ribbons. In my 10 years of service, I got about 5 medals. 5. Which I still preserve. And whenever there is occasions, even after leaving the service, when you don't wear a uniform, on occasions people do wear such ribbons, and at times ribbons and medals together. And this is it. So they are limited. Those who served long and who've done great contributions should have more medals. Now, if you notice these military dictators all over the world, in most cases, they have so many medals on their uniforms that from top to bottom, some even wearing on the trousers, then it becomes ridiculous. He is a self-awarding person who awards himself the medals and decorates himself with all kinds of medals wherever he feels like. There's no place on his tunic. From top to bottom, he pins it. He gets it stuck, and then since there is no place on his tunic, both left, right side, everywhere, he will go on wearing it on his trousers. There are instances of military dictators wearing so many medals. I don't know. It's self-award, so it loses significance. Similarly, Nobel Prize is the most coveted prize in the entire world. And when Nobel Prize are politically used by any kind of people, whatever, if it is deep state, then it is someone else, then Nobel Prizes are given for political reasons, for petty gains, for temporary benefits, then it loses its significance and it loses its respect. Similarly, dictators do self-award. Now, I just say this because this Asim Munir gentleman, I don't know, when he was in academy, they must have called him Gentleman Kell, but that gentleness is far flung. He has self-awarded himself as a field marshal. It happened in Pakistan for the second time, if I'm right. In 1965, this Ayub Khan made himself field marshal, and you see what happened afterwards. That time Bharat had a prime minister who was an extremely noble, very noble person, and he was taken for a ride. Ayub Khan was literally bullying Bharat, our prime minister. He was a big Pathan, heavy built, and Shastriji was a very normal, small person, soft spoken, strong from inside, but soft on his words. He didn't bother about the bullying which he had been doing to Bharat. And then eventually, there must be something behind the story of his sad demise in Tashkent. That history is not to us. Now, this Asim Munir person, like Ayub Khan, awarded himself as field marshal second time. Now, what will happen to Pakistan remains to be seen. For the second time, it happens in Pakistan. He is made himself field marshal, and the prime minister is here obediently say yes, no, because the prime ministers, etc., fabricated people. Since if Pakistan is not a democracy, they can't go and beg for loans from the world. So that's why Munir is avoiding military dictatorship. That he well understands that if he is a military dictator, he goes a coup d'etat, then he won't be getting any kind of help and respect from the sources from where he can get money. There will be other sources giving him money, like Turkey, who just stood by Pakistan for nothing, forgetting that once upon a time when they were struck by natural disaster, it was Bharat who went to the help with our army, our entire military, army, air force, navy also must have gone. With our entire military supported the people of Turkey. And that this man has conveniently forgotten because he wants to become a modern time new order Khalifa, and then who is antagonizing all other real Islamic world, the Arab world, because he wants to become a Khalifa. And the Khalifa himself is a, if you go into the theology, is some kind of mistake. Khalifa, Khilafat, Caliphate, all these things. And he wants to become that. That, of course, not our business. So, this Asim Banir becomes Field Marshal. And China is behind him, obviously. China must be having intentions of their own. And China is an excellent nation who is no one's friend. They can't be friendly to people because they're so prudence motivated. They're so prudence motivated, which becomes imprudent actions, which results in so imprudent actions. They look for their own everything. They don't care for it. Whatever happens, they just don't care. And Pakistan will be treated like that by everyone, not only China. Whoever is standing by Pakistan is only standing to use them. And Pakistan deserves it because Pakistan uses religion for their benefit. So all the stories. It's interesting that a person awards himself as Field Marshal for the second time in the history of Pakistan. But I should also say that there are people who awarded themselves with great honors in Bharat also. Somebody had awarded oneself as Bharat Ratna. That is done by self. Of course, okay, to some extent we tolerate. To this extent also we tolerate. Because the person has definite merits. Undoubtedly definite merits. So, it's an interesting character. There's a new Field Marshal in Pakistan. And China wants a new Field Marshal to act like Ayub Khan and to weaken Bharat. That's the sole objective, to weaken Bharat. Because for China, the immediate threat is an emerging strong Bharat. We don't attack people, we don't want anyone's property. Even when we had to strike back Pakistan, initially we struck the terrorist camps. We told them, we are not attacking your military installations. We are only targeting the terrorists because you are unable to contain them. I'm sure even if Pakistan wants, they can do nothing to the militants, nothing to the terrorists who are not controlled by them. I don't know who is controlling them. No one is controlling them. There are many groups, 50 plus I suppose. Asim Imran Khan was once speaking very clearly. I don't know, they're kind of autonomous. No one is controlling them. They all go for jihad, but then no one agrees to one another. They have their own methods, they have their own way, everything. So they're not united. They can't be united because they're going for separatism, terrorism, jihad they call. Everyone says they are all going for jihad, but there are multiple kinds of jihads in multiple people's sides. So there's a court. No one can control them. They are the ghost that came out of the pot, and that's what they loiter on. The Pakistan can't control them. If they could control them, fine. Then we wouldn't have attacked them. Things would not have been so bad. But since they can't control them, they cannot even take care of their nuclear arsenal. Anytime it can go in the hands of the terrorists, and those will be getting affected will have to repent after getting affected if they don't act now. If they don't act now, the people will die who has nothing to do with all these kind of things. They are living in their own world, in their own comfort zone, in their own ways. They earn a living and comfortably living, and you destroy their generations by this kind of carelessness and unattention. These words I quote from David Hume: carelessness and unattention. Because of that, many are going to die. The world has to take care of this. So Pakistan is such a person who is unable to even take care of their own installations which someone gave them. Someone gave them. They haven't made it. That's a problem. They haven't made it themselves. So they can't take care of it. They're actually borrowing people from veterans from US Air Force to take care of things, or other Air Forces, particularly from Europe or West. Let me say, I don't know which country specifically, except US veterans are there. I heard Tom Cooper telling US veterans are there. Otherwise, I won't be knowing, I won't be saying this. So that's a situation where someone is self-awarding, and I suppose China is behind it. China is behind it because China wants to weaken Bharat. It's a kind of real Cold War. Real Cold War. Field Marshal, all the best. You awarded yourself as Field Marshal. Great. take a souvenir, you at least should behave like a soldier. Unfortunate, you're not. We shall meet again with some other thought. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.